For thousands of years, in a galaxy far, far away, movies have made us laugh, made us cry, made us feel extremely awkward
when watching that sex scene with our parents.
Let's all talk about films with a few guys you could just chill with. If you find a plot hole, they'll fill it right here on BRB Flix. Flix is a podcast for the silver screen. Yoshi rage quits while Jitterbug screams. Dave tries in vain to steer this machine, but the show digresses like it has ADD.
You know, the last time I recorded this, I tried to do something creative. Not really creative. I tried to rip off the Princess Bride, but still, I tried.
Yeah, and then we actually said a bunch of nice things about you, too. You remember that? That's not going to happen this time.
No. Yeah, no. You should, though.
Actually, yeah, the animus really should be directed at Jitterbug at this point.
Like, seriously, the stroking of my e-penis should commence right... Ready? Wait for it, now.
I am a complete and utter unforgivable douche, no doubt about it. Last time it was Yoshi that screwed our audio, and that was on the first part of The Princess Bride, and we just recorded an episode of the show, and it was probably spectacular and one of the best episodes we've ever done, and we all laughed and carried on, and it was...
It may very well have been the greatest podcast of all time.
I yelled bullshit at Yoshi, and he cried, and then he rage quit, and it was legendary, completely legendary, and apparently my computer, it's the audio out, and we lost the entire episode, and I am mortified that happened, mainly because I hate the idea that I did the same that Yoshi did.
Hey, the next thing you know, you'll be watching the prequels and enjoying them. It's going to be great.
Let's not get ridiculous. You know what? That's hurtful, is what that is, and I don't appreciate it.
It's a slippery slope.
Let me give you guys an idea and see if this is a possible way we can deal with this for a second. How about we go through the topics that we went through, but we go through them in like 5 minutes, and you get like one sentence each on what we said before. And just go as fast as... We just go through the same exact topics that we did, but just be ridiculously fast about it. Like, what'd you watch?
Are we still doing the rotting the brains?
Yeah, we could just do that same thing and just be like, this, go. And don't even say much more than that, because we've already talked about all this stuff in more depth. And then our viewers, they're not looking at us, our listeners can use their imagination to fill in what we actually said on the original show that got lost. What do we think?
Okay, let's try it.
All right, here we go. We're going to rot our brains in a minute and a half. Maybe a little longer. Who knows? Jitterbug, rotting the brains. Go.
All right, so I finally got around to watching Drive. I really enjoyed it. I liked the way that it had a very languished pace, but I had big problems with how the character development happened and the love story fell flat. And I have a definite reason why I think that happened, but I have no time to go into it, so we won't talk about it here. And there you have it. I also watched True Grit. I enjoyed True Grit. I thought it was pretty good, but I wasn't as in love with it as a lot of other people thought it was. And I'm done.
You're obviously not a golfer.
There's no Big Lebowski. You never said that in the last one, so you motherfucker, you're screwing this all up.
Run-on sentences galore from Jitterbug, by the way. We're like, one sentence. Nope.
There's no period in there.
I ain't no bitch.
And then Yoshifett went next with his rotting of his brains.
Blue Valentine, depressing, good. Ryan Gosling, Michelle Williams, hot.
And I got confused and said, baby wants to and then I was corrected that it's not Blue Valentine.
No, Blue Valentine. Also, Friday Night Lights, good show. High school football reminds me of my town.
I love the fact you're giving caveman answers.
Yeah, it's not. You yelled at me for doing run-on sentences. You're not even doing sentences.
I'm doing fragments. I prefer fragments over run-ons.
Okay.
Also, anti-hipster view on Hunger Games. Read it. It's a good book. I haven't seen the movie yet.
He hasn't finished the book either.
No, not quite done.
Read the book. I haven't finished it. Glowing endorsement. Then I rotted my brains with Boston Legal, the TV series. I enjoy it. William Shatner, funny. James Spader, funny. social issues brought to front with interesting twists.
You're doing the caveman thing now too.
I love it. That was pretty good. I like
But,
that.
I'm just following your lead, dog. You're the English teacher. I figured it was acceptable.
It is. I'll allow it.
Then I watched Nude Nuns with Big Guns. It's a grindhouse movie with lots of boobies and a big black dude named Kickstand.
I don't think you mentioned that the first time around.
I did. No, I don't think anybody was listening. And it has, again, lots of boobs. It's not a very good movie, but if you're into grindhouse movies, it might be up your alley.
If you like kickstands on big black guys.
And we had a wonderful conversation about pornography, and that maybe we should do a BKR of a porn movie, and many jokes were made.
Yes.
Very few which were funny, but anyway.
No.
Most of them were about stamina and getting 15 minutes into the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
I think you can pretty much fill in your own jokes on that one.
Right. Again, we are trusting the imagination of our audience right now.
And also a paper towel. You could fill one of those as well.
Oh, or a gym sock. Wah, wah, wah.
Yep.
Yes.
American Pie reunion, by the way.
Oh, we didn't talk about that.
We could. Why not?
Do we care?
Well, I don't know. Do we?
They're supposed to be going to their 10-year reunion, but they're the class of 1999, and the movie's coming out in 2012.
Well, I don't think that's
Details.
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, good point.
I see the whole point of this movie is, hey, most of these actors aren't doing anything. Why not? The only one of them that's working is Sean William Scott. I think that's what his name is. Isn't that what his name is? The dude from Goon?
Right, and Eugene Levy.
Well, yeah.
What was the last movie Eugene Levy made that wasn't an American Pie straight-to-DVD movie?
No, he does. He does all the Christopher Guest movies.
And what about Redhead? She's on How I Married Your Mother, or How I Met Your Mother, or whatever that show's called.
How I Married Your Mother?
It just sounds very intimidating. That's how I'm gonna marry your mother. Totally thugged out.
Yeah, she's in that show. Guess What I Did to Your Mom?
It's a reality show. Some creepy dude just walks in and says to you, "Hey, yo, guess what I did to your mom?" And then you
Smell my finger.
That's the greatest show ever. I would watch that.
That sounds kind of like a spin-off of To Catch a Predator.
And then the kid has to sit there and actually guess what happened. Like, what did I do to your mom?
But first he has to sit there like Forrest Gump outside of his house and listen to...
I don't know why I just imagine like somebody sitting on a stage, maybe like a teenage boy sitting on a stage, and then this dude, just a huge dude coming out and be like, "Yo, you guess what I did to your mother?" and then if he stops guessing, then the guy gets to pummel him. Like every time he's got each 30-second increment, he has to guess a new thing that he may have done to his mother. And if he doesn't, he just gets a hit right in the face from the big tough guy who did something to his mother. This is genius. We need to pitch this to some TV. What TV channel is sleazy enough to do this? Oh, all of them.
Fox.
That's right.
Come on,
Never mind.
Fox. What are you talking about?
You're right. Yeah. Or FX, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. You know what I did? I took your mom out for a real nice dinner, and then I never called her again.
What's that from? Besides your brain. That's a quote of something, I think.
I can't remember what movie. It's from a movie.
Is it?
I know Napoleon Dynamite says... What the hell does he say? He says something about somebody's mom, too. Oh, your mom went to school.
Your mom went to college.
Yeah, that's what it was. Say something about my mom again. Your mom went to college.
Actually, I think some of my students would find that to be an insult. No, she didn't. My mom wouldn't go to college.
My mom doesn't even wear shoes. Pearls in the kitchen. That's it.
I told you I lived in a town like the Friday Night Lights town. So, yeah, that is kind of Rick Santorum-y.
If you haven't noticed, we're just going to kind of ramble on since we can't really repeat the gold that happened before.
Yeah, and it was gold. It was amazing.
And Jitterbug totally that up.
But the whole concept, though, of this show made me giddy, so that was worth it.
I just did something with your mother. Guess what it was, Pong?
Well, I don't know. Bam! You better think faster.
Did you buy her ice cream? Nope.
But she's wet.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's horrible. You guys are disgusting.
Okay, trailers.
Trailers, yes. Well, we were going to jump into the trailers I had listed, and then Jitterbug comes along with this. Hey, did anybody see the new Prometheus trailer? I was like, well, yeah, but we already talked about it. No, we gotta talk about it again!
Yeah, it's the new one. And it's so exciting, because the big thing that I was so excited about it was that it is reminiscent of the original Alien trailer. And the first Prometheus trailer that they did was also reminiscent, but it only used the lettering. And this one uses the theme of the first Alien trailer. So it's tremendous. And I believe that's one entire sentence.
Yeah. Quick cuts, scary sounds.
Michael Fassbender.
Not really seeing what's happening. Michael Fassbender winning.
Yeah. And Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Right.
Mr. F.
Good reference.
Yeah, that's good. We didn't get an Arrested Development reference in this episode originally, so now I feel like there it is.
Quota reached.
Yep.
Maybe that's why you trashed the recording, you son of a bitch.
I gotta keep.
We didn't get a Star Wars reference either.
Man, I missed a chance to reference it when I was talking about how Johnny Depp was blue, and I could say that he blew himself. So, but
wait, oh my God, Dave, is this true? Did we go through the entire episode that was lost and there was not one Star Wars reference? Is that true?
Not one, but there was one brought up in this one because he said after you lost it, soon you'd like the prequels. But yeah, we did not have one Star Wars reference.
Oh my God, now I actually really feel bad about this. I feel like I've really...
Dude, you actually... Maybe that was a subconscious decision because you know that there would, a Big Red Flix episode would not be incomplete without a Star Wars reference from me. A poorly hemmed in Star Wars reference that actually has nothing to do with what we're talking about. But that's what I do. That's how I roll. Anyways.
I can't believe it. We went through a Prometheus trailer and there wasn't a Star Wars reference. And we went through the Guy Pearce and it's the princess in space or the president's daughter in space.
Hey, you're right. That's exactly like Princess Leia. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. I feel like I am sorry, listeners.
I'm Guy Pearce. I'm here to rescue you.
Aren't you a little short to be Guy Pearce?
Aren't you a little short to be a convict?
Damn it.
Aren't you that chick from Lost who really sucked, so they killed her off? Oh yeah, you are.
Hey, Maggie Grace is hot.
Oh,
I guess we'll jump into that trailer. We won't go in order. We went in. We're talking about the trailer for, is it Lockout?
Lockout. It's a lock that I'm going to see Lockout.
It's Escape from L.A. or New York, whichever coast you prefer, in space.
You guys got from this that it was tongue-in-cheek. And it's
very tongue-in-cheek.
I absolutely did not get that.
Dude, he talks about trampolining somebody's wife.
Yeah, I thought they were just trying to be tough and, this is an awesome line.
You trying to say Guy Pearce ain't tough?
I'm not sure. I like Guy Pearce. Guy Pearce is great. I like him most.
Yo, guess what I did to your mother?
He could totally be the guy.
Look, and my point was Guy Pearce exudes so much charm in this trailer. I'm really not concerned whether it's tongue-in-cheek or not. I think it's going to be fun. That's my take on it. Not an Oscar winner.
Yeah, Jitterbug, can't you just go see a fun movie?
Can't you just shut your brain off, Jitterbug? Jeez, you're such a critic. Ah!
I couldn't believe that you guys
Shut up and eat your tater tots.
Couldn't believe that you guys were excited about a movie that actually had this line in the trailer where they say, we need the best, but he's retired, and he's a loose cannon.
Wait, is he retired? I thought that he was a former inmate or something. I didn't...
Well, he's the best there is. He's the best there is. We have to get him, and he's a loose cannon.
Okay, that's a cliched piece of dialogue, if there ever was one. Doesn't that kind of lean towards our theory that this might be a little tongue-in-cheek?
And that's the route you're going. And I never got the impression from the trailer that it was. If it is, okay, I've got to completely reevaluate this. And it very well might be, and I could be completely off. I didn't get that from the trailer. I thought this was a straight up, this is going to be an action movie, and we're going to try to appeal to the lowest common denominator, and the president's daughter is stuck in a prison in space.
But just listen to the description. How can this not be funny?
I know, but I think that my impression from the trailer was that, no, they're taking this seriously.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. Isn't there a lot of potential for comedy, unintentional comedy, if they play it straight anyway? and it could be enjoyable for that reason too. Like I think there are lots of ways this movie could be enjoyable. I don't think we have to pigeonhole it as being either straight or fanciful or whatever you want to say. It doesn't have to be one or the other. Maybe they are taking it straight, but since we're movie connoisseurs, we have our own podcast about movies. Look at us. Maybe we will get things that they're not necessarily intending. I think I just felt like watching this trailer. There's potential for enjoyment, and that's what I look for in movies.
Okay.
Yeah, Jitterbug. Yeah, I know. We know you can't see the trailer that well from your high horse, but come down and give it another watch.
Next, you're going to be telling me that the Alien Invasion Sarah Palin movie is going to be awesome. Remember that one?
Dude, Nazis from space!
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no, that looked fantastic.
Iron Sky? What the f***?
No, I know. See, that one is a comedy. I'll give you that. That one's a comedy.
It's even listed under comedies on Netflix.
That one's a comedy, and that's its only saving grace there. But this one, I did not take it as a comedy. I took it as, hey, we're going to make an awesome, badass movie.
I basically thought that everything Guy Pearce said was funny, though, in the preview.
Yeah.
Like, and again, it's, maybe I have a little bro love for Guy Pearce, and I just want to see him do something good again. It's been too long. But
yeah.
He was in Hurt Locker.
See, I never got a chance to see that one, so.
You should. It's good.
All right, moving on.
Next we have Dark Shadows.
Yeah.
The 1970s live-action soap opera with vampires and revisioned with Johnny Depp, and Tim Burton is there too. And that means Helena Bonham Carter's there too.
I think we're kind of all on the same boat here with this one, that it doesn't look bad, but it doesn't. It's kind of gotten to the point now to where any Tim Burton movie, you're sort of like, okay, well, this could very well suck. Like, there's a huge possibility that this could be terrible, but this one doesn't look bad.
I think with Tim Burton, we're at the point where we're looking at, it's a Tim Burton movie. We kind of know what we're going to get, and it's not always great. And if this is, because I thought Beetlejuice immediately when I saw this preview, and
was it the Danny Elfman music?
Probably, and the Tim Burton direction, and the design and everything is always it has that feel. But then I wonder if, like you're saying, Jitterbug, if it's just, are we tired of Tim Burton's shtick? Like he's kind of been doing the same sort of thing for so long.
And Dark Shadows is absolutely a good foundation for a Tim Burton movie. I think it's a really good fit. So I hope it's good.
As well as Ava Green's boobs.
Oh yeah, let's let Dave talk about Ava Green's boobs. He was really excited about that part of the movie.
What? He's like, oh, you want to seduce me? How? With these? And he's like, oh, those haven't aged a day. Yes, that's what I like to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
If Ava Green said she was going to seduce me with her boobies, there would be no need to talk
say yes
after that sentence.
Wait,
I'd be like, oh yeah.
Anyway, so we all think that this movie is probably going to be bad.
Has potential.
No, I don't think it's that. I think it's. I actually, when I watched it, I thought it looked pretty cool. It looked funny. It made me laugh, and that's all good stuff. I like that. And but I am definitely. How could you not be reminded of Alice in Wonderland? And that movie was terrible. So.
It's terrible.
Hey, I just want to mention that the first time we recorded this, I was the one who mentioned Alice in Wonderland. And Jitterbug just totally snaked that point for me. And he's the one who lost the audio. Bullshit, Jitterbug.
That's bullshit.
Let's see. Next, Snow White and the Huntsman.
Yeah. I like this. This looked good.
I don't know.
What? You never brought up that you didn't like this last time?
Well, we were running out of time. I don't know. Kristen Stewart. I don't know. She just turns me off.
Well, yeah, I kind of agree.
I mean, she turns on my loins, but she just doesn't really do anything for me, like, as an actress. It's like, oh my god.
Yoshifett tried to do a pendulum shift thing where now the hipsters like Kristen Stewart, and it was weird, and I felt uncomfortable with it.
Again, I don't think I'm representative of hipsters in general. I may be my own little brand of hipster or whatever, but like,
wow, so there are factions now.
I think I'm
Wait, are you hipstering hipsters?
I'm a rogue.
Oh yeah,
I'm a rogue agent. I'm just saying, like, people.
He's the wild card.
Are you saying that you were the original hipster?
No, what I'm saying is that anytime anything reaches critical mass, I'm going to be one of the first people to start to pull it back in the other direction, because that's just my nature. I'm a contrarian. I don't know if that makes me a hipster. Apparently it does. That's what people say. But
Well, when we talked about this movie, Jitterbug is like, it seems like there's going to be a lot of Charlize Theron in this movie. And then, what if you go to the theater and it's more Kristen Stewart,
Yeah.
which I think that's what it's going to be.
Well, and that's fine.
I mean, it's kind of like when, you saw the trailer for Juno. They made it seem like Dwight Schrute was going to be in that movie like a motherfucker, and all of his parts were in the trailer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my thing about Kristen Stewart is that just reading like the comments about this movie on YouTube was like they were all like, "This movie looks great except for that whore Kristen Stewart's in it," and like I'm at the point where it's like I think she's a little bit overblamed for everything because she's in shitty Twilight movies, and she can't be blamed for all that garbage. It's like, yeah, she's not the greatest actress, but also it's like. The hate has gone overboard, I think, a little bit. And I don't think, if this movie is good, I don't think she'll ruin it. Like, I don't think her presence alone is going to ruin the film. And that's what some people are implicating, that as long as she's in a movie, it's going to suck. I don't agree with that. I didn't think Adventureland was bad. She was in that. So, and if it does focus a lot on Charlize Theron, and she seems like an amazingly good villain from the trailer. So if they really play that up in the film, we could be looking at something pretty cool. I don't know. It has potential.
I think I really like the trailer. I thought the trailer was great.
Yeah, I thought the trailer was well done too.
You would.
I know, I'm such a douchebag. I don't even know why anymore.
I would just like to put on record that I don't think you're a hipster. I don't understand the whole hipster movement. I don't get it. I don't think it is a movement. I feel like it's turned into a slander at this point. It's like calling somebody a dork.
Well, it's just like it's basically like you don't agree with what other people agree with. It must be for some alternative ulterior motive, and sometimes I will admit that that's true. Like, I admitted that the reason why I started reading The Hunger Games was because I wanted to hate it. It's something that's that widely praised. I just assume it's going to be bad, Yoshi,
I hate to break it to you, but if you spend money on something just so you can watch it or read it and hate it, then you're part of the problem.
Well, no, not really. I mean, I think there's a character in the book Candide who is said to derive a certain enjoyment in hating things, and I'm kind of like that. I think I enjoy it sometimes to read something or watch something that's really bad because I enjoy the critical aspect of just getting a kick out of knocking it down. But they one-upped me here, and I started reading the book. I'm not completely done with it, but I really like it, and I'm choosing to read over playing video games. And even though I'm an English teacher, that doesn't happen very often. So it's I get the hipster thing. I think really I've embraced it because it is such like a weird random you're a hipster, so therefore your argument's invalid or whatever, right? It's like the phrase "haters gonna hate." It means nothing, and it's just like a comeback when you don't have any self-confidence in your own opinions. So you're just like, I just need to label this person who doesn't agree with me so that I don't have to worry about them. It's basically an ad hominem a fallacy, really, is what it is. And so it's just
that argument's a piece of Geraldo.
Yeah, exactly. So
we did that didn't carry over. Jitterbug wants people to refer to things that are as Geraldo.
Oh, see, I was thinking that we could pull a major coup here via hipsters. And
you mean you want to pull a Santorum?
Wait, no, not a frothy mixture of common poop.
So wait. So does that mean Geraldo plus cum equals Santorum?
And I think lube is in there too, so I don't know who lube is. But.
Oh my god. My Mormon friends are being offended as we speak. Through me, I'm their host, really.
Is Santorum's not Mormon?
I know, that's not what I was saying. Never mind.
No, but Romney's the lube, and they know it, so.
Oh, yeah. He greases it up.
The thing I wanted to add into all of this, I'm trying to get the phrase "out the boathouse" into the vernacular, meaning just something that's really out there and crazy. And I don't know what it means at all, but I just said it one day, and...
you know what? I feel like you guys are trying to Geraldo on my Geraldo here, and I don't appreciate it.
I think you out the boathouse, dog. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yo, dog, we heard you like Geraldo, so we Geraldo'd in your Geraldo, and now your house smells like
Now you can Geraldo with your Geraldoing. Yeah. All right. So we don't like Kristen Stewart, but I kind of am defending her now because it's the hipster. It's the right thing to do as a hipster.
Like I said before, like Jitterbug said, I really think that this is going to be all about Kristen Stewart.
If that's the case, then the point that we made before was that the thing about this trailer is that the trailer focuses almost exclusively on Charlize Theron. And the only way that I think this movie could turn out to be crap is that when you go to the theater, you get there and you start watching it, and it's actually the majority of the movie focuses on Snow White and her adventure with the dwarves, and Charlize Theron's just kind of the bad guy, but isn't in it very much. And,
like, we saw all the cool stuff from her already in the preview.
Right, and that's when if that's where you get to the theater and that starts happening, you know that, oh my god, they cherry-picked the best parts because they knew this movie was going to be terrible.
So here's a tip. Read some reviews before you go assuming that Charlize Theron is going to be in the movie for, 65 minutes of it. Like, I know I've said this before, but as much as people want to say, like, oh, I don't listen to reviewers are stupid. Like, seriously, you guys, if... I sound like Cartman. Seriously, guys, if something is, 15% on Rotten Tomatoes, it probably sucks cock. Like, I know people want to be cooler than the reviewers, but reviewers, as much as they have diverse opinions, when they start to build a consensus, you can get a sense that a movie is actually probably pretty decent. If a movie's 85% on Rotten Tomatoes, more than likely it's going to be a good movie. It may not be up your alley stylistically or genre-wise or whatever, but, like, there is something to that, like, it's not completely arbitrary as much as, rating art is subjective. However, if a lot of critics, people who professionally watch movies all the time, go, this is a well-made movie, chances are you're not going to leave it thinking this was a crappy movie in terms of the way it was made. You might not like the subject matter or whatever, but I think you have to pay a little bit of attention to reviews, and people who just eschew them completely are missing the point. So, whatever.
Boom.
Sorry, that was
And
too
here's
long.
something we didn't get to in the last show because we didn't have time, but since we're in this whirlwind of a podcast, moving at the speed of smell.
King of the world.
King of the world.
I don't know why I wanted to say that. I just felt like I was moving fast, and Jack had his arms around me. Sorry. What? What, Leo?
There's a teaser trailer in here for The Host.
Yeah, we
from
didn't talk
the
about that.
writer who wrote The Twilight. And it looks like to be Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
And I just want to really quickly touch on this because right before we started the podcast, I went to Apple and I saw they had the trailer for Total Recall, the new one, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. We're going to talk about this. And I clicked on it to watch it, and it's a teaser trailer for the trailer. So it's a trailer for the trailer that's coming out. It literally says, like, it gives you the date, and then it says the trailer will be coming out on this date. And Prometheus did the same thing, where they started releasing these teaser trailers for the trailer. Well, no. This cannot become a thing. This can't happen. I don't want this. This is horrible. I don't want trailers for trailers. If Hollywood stop this immediately.
I don't think they're listening to you, and I think it's a thing already, and it's done.
I think they are listening to me, and they need to listen more because I'm right about everything.
Well, I won't dispute that second part, but yeah.
I mean, it was like 2-3 weeks ago. You could pre-order your tickets to go see the Avengers now. I'm like, that movie doesn't come out till May. It's just beginning to be March towards the end of February. It's like, why do I have to pre-order my tickets? Do I get pre-order bonuses like I did when I got Mass Effect? Do I get a free gun? Something?
Nope.
T-shirt?
Nope.
Hat?
Crap.
You just get to be the biggest
wait.
nerd.
Did you say aw crap?
No, I said this crap. It right in the Geraldo.
I thought you said aw crap. I was about to say, did you lose your audio again?
No.
You get the Dave. If you order Avenger tickets that early, though, you get the prize, which is inherent in itself, which is being the biggest nerd in Nerd Town. Like you get to lead the Nerd Town parade down the street.
Weren't there those guys who were waiting, who sat outside of a theater for like a year to get episode 1 tickets?
Oh man, even I feel bad for that.
I sat outside for a while, admittedly. It wasn't like a day or anything. Like the door. I'll tell you this: the dorkiest thing I've ever done in my life was waiting in line, like going out in the middle of the night to wait in line for Xbox 360s when they first came out. And then this was the saddest thing. I'm an adult, right? When this happens, I'm an adult. I'm making a ridiculous amount of money a year, and I'd moved out to Florida to work for this company, and here I am. I'm going to go do this in the middle of the night, and I'm out there in the middle of the night, and I'm standing around a bunch of complete, utter, gamers, and we're friends with gamers. We know what they are. We like them and what have you, but they don't smell great, and they're not socially, the best people in the world. But anyway, so I'm standing outside with them, and what happens? A truck full of jocks drives by and eggs us. And I just stood there, and I was like, this is one of my saddest moments.
Oh, that's awesome.
This happened to me.
Why have we never heard this story before? This is so sad. The thing that makes us doubly mad is there were no good launch titles with the 360, so you got a 360
Yeah,
to play
I went home with
this one.
Perfect Dark, and it was like, what is this? Oh,
yeah. And you could go what was it, Peter Jackson King Kong, I think, was one of the launch titles, and
although Call of Duty 2 was one of the launch
Spyro or whatever that game was. I can't even remember what it's called anymore.
Nice.
Cameo? Elements of Power or something? Wasn't that one of the first Xbox games? It was just shitty launch titles, but anyway.
Yep. Oh, goodness. But we were talking about the host before we got sidetracked. And did anybody else not get, the Invasion of the Body Snatchers feel?
Well, yeah. Obviously, it's playing off of that.
I mean, they put out an Invasion of the Body Snatchers remake, a couple years ago with Nicole Kidman in it. I can't remember the name of it, but I was like...
It was called The Invasion, I believe. I think they just cut off the Body Snatchers part.
Yeah, they did. Actually, I think it was just Invasion.
Well, here's the thing that you're discounting, Dave.
I'm going to make a movie just called The.
Yeah, it's going to be a remake of every movie ever made. It's called The. No, the part you're missing, Dave, is the whole point of this is that it's written by the Twilight author, Stephanie Meyer, and that's the selling point.
And you know what? She had never heard of Invasion of the Body Snatchers either.
She'd never heard of Battle Royale. She'd never heard of Royale with Cheese. She'd never heard of any of this. She just writes books for girls. That's what she does. It's her thing.
And housewives.
Right. And my wife.
Is your wife not a housewife?
She's a worker.
Well, you need to tell her to get her ass back in the kitchen.
Nah.
No, dog, but really, get me a sandwich.
Yeah, do you follow the Funny Sexist on Twitter?
No, I'm not an awful person.
I almost brought up an old arch enemy's name there of ours. I almost said it. The horrible name that shall not be named on this new station. I almost said it. Right there.
No, this is actually a guy. That's the name, the Funny Sexist. He's like, Subway's the only place where you can tell a woman how you want your sandwich and she'll fucking do it.
Yeah, but that's not true.
At Subway?
Because you can have a woman make you a sandwich without being at Subway.
No, because Burger King makes it your way.
Yeah, but that's not a sandwich. It's a burger.
Yeah.
What semantics are we getting into? I can't support this anymore. You're Geraldo in my mouth, and I don't like it.
Did you say I was Geraldo in your mouth?
Stop it.
That's taking a Geraldo. That's taking a Geraldo in my fucking mouth.
All right, well, but wait, hold on. Back to the host, though. This looks totally uninteresting, right? I hated the setup of, Earth is peaceful, and then whatever.
I've heard that this is Stephanie Meyer's best book, although that's not a hell of an accomplishment.
She's a writer.
I've heard that this is her best book, and the premise is that aliens will get into people and take over them, kind of like a Body Snatchers thing, but there's a love story thrown in. Shocker, because it's a young adult,
Shocker, and it's starring Kristen Stewart.
But it's supposedly it's not that bad. But yeah, no, I'm not excited about this. Of course not. I'm not a little girl.
Well, then if they're just going to take over, then it's the Puppet Masters, which was. Hey, that's right, an Invasion of the Body Snatchers sort of remake.
It seems like there was somebody cool in this movie when I was looking at the IMDb page.
Isn't it Saoirse?
I wouldn't know who that was.
Saoirse Ronan or whatever her name is, the one that was in oh god, what was she in? She was in all kinds of stuff. She was recently in the Hannah.
Yeah, but I never saw that, so I don't really know.
Hannah was cool. I think that's a decent movie.
Wait, what's this movie we're talking about called again?
The Host.
The Host, right.
The power of the Googles compels you.
Yeah, I know. Well, Diane Kruger's hot. But
yeah, she is.
So there's that, I guess. But yeah, you're right. That Saoirse Ronan chick is in it. I don't think that's who made me happy, though. I can't remember what it was. It doesn't matter. It looks like shit. No, we don't want to see it. And dude, Stephanie Meyer sucks. And
yeah, next thing they're going to go out and stone people with blue eyes because they're aliens.
I know, right? It's going to turn into the lottery, which we did talk.
Shirley Jackson's the lottery.
I can't even remember if we brought that up on this episode or not.
I don't remember. Actually, I think we might have. No, we didn't. Yes, no, yes.
This is our Bizarro episode. I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah,
anymore.
I don't know. We could repeat jokes. Who knows?
Yeah,
but to fill the rest of the time, we just got. We're going to do some bonus content, and it's 12:30 at night or in the morning, and so we're being lazy. So we're just going to go through that real quick.
Hey, you know what? Hold on, quick thing. The guy who wrote the screenplay, he wrote Lord of War, which I hear is a good movie. Don't know.
It is.
He wrote Truman Show. He wrote Gattaca. And he directed those movies as well. So maybe this movie won't be as bad as we think, because this director is behind it. He's been nominated for some Oscars. He's from New Zealand. His name is Andrew Nicol, I guess.
Okay.
So maybe he'll steer us in the right
Still doesn't change
direction.
the fact that he's making a Stephanie Meyer.
I know.
book
It's
movie.
hard to get over that, isn't it?
It is. I'm a little jaded.
I've never read a Stephanie Meyer book, so I shouldn't shit on her writing. I've never read one, but
Look. I read Twilight, and it was awful. I mean, it's just
They have a word to describe people like you, Yoshi.
idiots. I don't know.
Geraldo.
Oh.
No, it's just. I mean, I guess it's okay if you have like the reading level of a 10-year-old, but it's just not. It's not for anybody else, really. It's the characters are they're even stupider in the book than they are in the movie, which I also watched because my wife made me and I'm whipped. So, but
Again, the kitchen.
yeah, no, it's more likely I'd get sent there. But
Wow.
the thing is about her writing is
She
that
is the master and the
characters, yes, the characters, particularly Bella Swan, who's like supposed to be the heroine that everyone can relate to, all the girls, and I suppose that's true because you never get any indication of what she's really like as a person in the books, and so she's like this empty vessel that every girl can project herself into, and then apparently it's cool if a
Didn't
vampire
Edward
watches you
project
sleep.
himself inside of her with semen?
Not till they were married.
Yeah, no, this is a Mormon writing this book, so we're not going to go there. They have to get married first, and then they can have the demon baby, and then Edward will perform a C-section with his mouth. And I wish I was making that part up. But that's really what happens. I didn't read past the first book, but my wife read the whole series, and she was like, "Oh, you got to read this scene. This is a birth scene." I'm like, oh, "Okay." And I was like, "Whoa, what happened here? Did Stephanie Meyer just take acid before she wrote this part of the book or something?" She had some nightmarish acid trip about a man performing a C-section with his mouth on her. What the? All right.
That means she just dreams about being fellaced.
Yeah, let's just not talk about this anymore.
It's never happened.
Let's just not talk about anything related to Stephanie Meyer ever again.
Is she hot? Does anybody know what she looks like?
No, she's not. She's frumpy.
Frumpy.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'll say.
And she dreams to have someone, stare at her while she sleeps.
Right. Which is not at all creepy. And he's also
No.
over 100 years old. Whatever.
Yeah. Pedophilia. Awesome.
Yeah, whatever, dude that loves Chloe Moretz.
That's not me.
I know, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Geraldo.
Oh.
Well, not to mention that when I play in the Mass Effect games, I always romance Liara, and she's like over 100 years old, so...
Yeah, but she's blue.
Right, and she's an alien, and they live to be like 1,000 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Mass Effect nerds, don't get mad at me if I got off on that.
I think it is 1,000.
I'm a pretty good Mass Effect fan, I listen
Yep.
to the codex entries, and I enjoy all the lore, but I don't read the books and shit, so I might get some of it wrong.
Should we talk about something else, or should we wrap it up?
I don't know. It doesn't matter to me, because this episode's probably even better than the original one that I f***ed up, so, whatever.
You keep telling yourself that if it helps you sleep tonight.
I'll just say I think I've laughed more this time.
There you go.
I don't know if that
See?
has to do with it's getting later and I'm getting more delusional or
No,
not.
I think it has to do with the frequent uses of Geraldo in this episode.
I think it also started off well with the whole "Guess What I Did to Your Mother" game reality show that we're planning.
That's hilarious.
Why is it so funny?
I would love to see that as a clip.
Hey, you know what it should be called? It should be called The Real Housewives of Guess What We Did to Your Mother Last Night.
I want to see an SNL skit with like Will Ferrell, where like a kid walks in, and like a game show starts as soon as he walks in the door, and he doesn't know what's going on, and it's just like, hey, how's it going? Guess what? You're on our show. It's Guess What I Did to Your Mother. And then they open up the door.
No, it should be Jeff Foxworthy. Guess what we did to your mother?
You might have done something to your mother if... I don't know. Well, wait. Actually, I was thinking this is right in Alec Baldwin's wheelhouse as an SNL skit. Like, I can imagine Baldwin just come there with his deep
and then
voice.
He's just in his underwear, on the bed.
Sure.
Why not?
Spread eagle.
Anything to get him on the bed in his underwear.
You want to play 20 questions about your mom? All right, here we go.
No, it's just the only thing that dude says, whoever it is, the only thing he says is, guess what I did to your mother?
Yeah, and if you don't answer quickly enough, he pummels you. I love it. Another possible candidate would be Will Arnett, as he'd have to be Job in the Job character. Can you just see him? He rolls in on a Segway into the studio and just looks down at the guy and goes, Guess what I did to your mother?
Magic tricks?
Illusions, Michael, illusions.
Tricks are something whores do for money.
And cocaine. You have to say the second part happier. I love how he looks at the children.
Cocaine.
Oh, that's a great show. Everybody go watch Arrested Development right now. The whole series. Just don't sleep between now and when you finish it.
It won't take long. There's only 3 seasons. And they're only like 25-minute episodes.
Yeah. And you get to hear a lot of Ron Howard's soothing voice as he narrates, so.
It's Arrested Development.
Yeah. So have we reached the end of this episode?
I've climaxed.
Well,
yeah, sure, why not? We're going to cut a little short, and you can blame Jitterbug for that. So send all your hate mail to @ARWise.
Without my up, you wouldn't have had Guess What I Did to Your Mother. So
that's a good point.
I feel like I've saved this show.
Okay, send all of your Geraldo
to Yoshi. No, okay.
How is that my fault? Didn't I come up with the idea of Guess What I Did to Your Mother? I'm pretty sure I'm somewhat responsible for this. I'll have to re-listen to the show, but I'm pretty sure that was my idea.
You think you're the Geraldo, and I don't think you are.
He's the acclaimed author of Deadlock. Do you think people really need his exact email address, or is
No, I want him to give him his Twitter
address?
That would be @ARWiseBooks.
That's what I thought. But you changed it. I liked it better when it was at Talking Ship, because then I could always remember.
Yeah. Well, now, what do you mean you can't remember it now? What are you talking about? I don't talk about the books enough? What the hell?
I know.
Well, also,
they're just copies of other books.
Wait, does your Twitter not work like everybody else's, where you just put where I put @A, it just goes to ARWise, it just automatically.
There could be an underscore or something in there I was forgetting, and I wanted to get it right. So send all your Geraldo to Jitterbug @ARWiseBooks on the Twitter.
Or your Bukkake. You can send that to him too.
Yeah, if you could Bukkake his books and then mail them to him.
And some Santorum up in there too, if you can.
Yeah, get your Santorum and your Geraldo all up in my boathouse.
Out the boathouse!
But isn't there Geraldo in Santorum?
It's part of the definition, I believe.
Where's the Romney?
Dude, you should try the reverse Romney. That's really amazing.
Wow.
I'm not going to describe it. You'll just have to figure it out.
I'm going to throw out some iTunes love that I threw out last time, because, you still deserve the love. So from the U.S., Minnesota Grew says he's been a day one listener. They were entertaining. We're still entertaining. And we're some of the best personalities on the internet. Second only to musicals.
Oh, yeah, you did say the musicals thing.
Second only to musicals.com.
Okay. We had much laughter about that originally.
Yes.
That line did not go unappreciated.
Well, you cut me off this time while I was reading.
Did.
Jerk.
I f***ed you up.
You just Geraldo'd all over my sentence.
No, that's a Yoshi. If you cut somebody off, you're Yoshiing someone.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's my thing.
Wow, you can't create your own saying about that. Someone else has to do that.
I just did. It's done.
It's kind of like you aren't the wild card. You're told you're the wild card,
Dave,
and then you be the wild card.
Dave, guess what I did to your mother?
Guess what I did to your mom?
It doesn't stop getting funny. Every time it's said,
I don't
when
know
that
why.
gets brought up, when you're not expecting it, it's funny. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
You're naming this episode that, right, Dave?
Yes, of course I am.
Good.
All right, so Zelda Rockshoe says, "Well done, lads. Well done indeed." He's from the U.S. I'm confused about the lads. Maybe he imported from the British Isles.
Who knows?
And then Corey was here, says he loves the show, has been listening since episode 1, and he asked that we please go back and redo part 1 of The Princess Bride.
Do you think that people are doing this thing where they say that they've been listening since episode 1 because we're attracting hipsters? Is that what's happening?
No, the thing is you can go back and download episode 1. It's still out there.
Oh, but it's just a funny idea, though. Like, oh no, I've been a day one Flix fan.
But you know what? But the funny thing is before episode 1 there was a pilot.
That's right.
Was there?
Oh,
I don't remember that.
Yeah, no.
Remember we did Street Fighter, or was that Blood Rain?
What was the first one we ever did?
I don't remember which one it was, but it was to prove to certain people that our show was worthwhile, right? Wasn't that the idea?
No, we did Blood Rain in that one. That's what we did. The first Blood Rain.
That sounds real. I don't know.
It happened.
I don't know the order though. I can't remember anymore. Street Fighter was glorious. That's all I remember about Street Fighter.
Well, that was a standalone BKR. I remember that.
Great.
It was awesome.
Marveling at Raul Julia's acting talent in the face of absolute mediocrity. It was great. Anyway.
Well, that's all the time we have. You're only going to get one episode this week because due to scheduling conflicts and the fact that we couldn't record over the weekend because Yoshi's parents decided to stop by and see their granddaughter.
And then Jitterbug decided to have a f***ing birthday.
Jitterbug got old.
And then he was previously sick, and we've all had problems here. Except for Dave.
This is we.
Look,
mostly Yoshi.
Jitterbug and I are united against your tyranny, Dave. And
my tyranny, yeah. Hey guys, I want to put out a podcast. Can we do that? Can we? Can we just do that?
Dude, rage against the machine. I'm raging right now against you, Dave. You're the machine. And I'm the rage.
Don't try to control me.
Yeah, don't.
But we're going to be watching The Big Lebowski for our BKR.
Yeah.
One of the reasons I love movies is that movie.
Yeah, definitely one of the most watched movies of my whole life.
Did you love it the very first time you ever saw it, though?
The very first time I saw it, I liked it. But then I watched it again, and I was like, this movie's great. Because there's so much you miss on your first watch.
Yeah, that's definitely a discussion we'll get into when we do the BKR on it. But the first time I saw it, I walked away from it very unimpressed. I thought, it was okay. I don't get...
Oh, and then you got down off your horse, and then you were like, this movie's great.
I think this is one of those rare movies. And I've talked to a lot of people that say that the first time they saw it, they didn't really like it. And then something happens upon multiple viewings where you're like, oh, wait a second. No, this is perfect. This is as good as a movie gets. It's like, I don't know. And now I'm a huge fan.
Well, you guys are lame because I liked it when I just read the screenplay and the movie hadn't even come out yet.
What the
I liked it when the Coen brothers thought of it.
I liked it when the Coen brothers told me about it. And
I loved it when it was a tickle in the back of one of their brains.
Yeah. I think it actually came from the scrotums, if we remember from the movie.
The scrot?
Yeah.
I liked it back when they Santorum'd it.
Oh!
What more fitting way to end this episode?
Yes.
Wait! Guess what I did to your mother?
Damn it! I was just about to say that. I was about to say, good night, and guess what we did to your mother?
Santorum.
Anyway, again, thank you for listening. We're glad you decided to spend this hour of your week with us, or however long it was. We're sorry we didn't get to record the regular episode. It's Jitterbug's fault. But we'll be back next week. Big Lebowski. It's going to be awesome. So see you then. Or talk to you then. Something.
You and your ears are quite welcome for the podcasting goodness that you just heard. Why not roll on over to BigRedBarel.com for more podcasts, news, reviews, and videos from the biggest, reddest site on the internet, BigRedBarel.com.